Good morning, all. Welcome back to my class. Today we are going to learn the rest of the lesson quality. Before that, I am going to summarize this lesson. The author had known the shoemaker for many years because he made his father's boots. Mr. Gessler was a German shoemaker. He made good boots, but he made boots only on orders. His boots lasted long, so the author didn't go to his shop very often. One day Mr. Gessler found out that the author's boots was not his own, so he spoke about his hardships in boot making. On that day, the author ordered many pairs of boots. They lasted a long. After 2 years, he went to his shop and understood that Mr. Gessler's elder brother had passed away. That time also, the author ordered many pairs of shoes. After that, he went abroad. Okay, then turn your textbook to page number 76. It was over a year before I was again in London, and the first shop I went to was my old friend's. I had left a man of 60. I came back to one of 75, pinched and worn, who genuinely this time did not at first know me. Do you want any boots? He said. I can make them quickly. It is a slack time. I answered, please, I want boots all around, every kind. I had given those boots up when one evening they came. One by one I tried them on. In shape and fit, in finish and quality of leather, they were the best he had ever made. I flew downstairs, wrote a check and posted it at once with my own hand. A week later, passing the little street, I thought I would go in and tell him how splendidly the new boots fitted. But when I came to where his shop had been, his name was gone. I went in very much disturbed. In the shop there was a young man with an English face. Mr. Gessler in? I said. No, sir, he said. No, but we can attend to anything with pleasure. We have taken the shop over. Yes, I said. But Mr. Gessler? Oh, he answered. Dead. Dead? But I only received these boots from him last Wednesday week. He said. Poor old man, starved himself. Slow starvation, the doctor called it. You see, he went to work in such a way. Would keep the shop on. Wouldn't have a soul touch his boots except himself. When he got an order, it took him such a time. People won't wait. He lost everybody. And there he did sit, going on and on. I will say that for him, not a man in London made a better boot. But look at the competition. He never advertised. Would have the best leather too, and do it all himself. Well, there it is. What could you expect with his ideas? But starvation? That may be a bit flowery, as the saying is, but I know myself he was sitting over his boots day and night. To the very last, you see. I used to watch him. Never gave himself time to eat. Never had a penny in the house. All went in rent and leather. How he lived so long, I don't know. He regularly let his fire go out. He was a character. But he made good boots. Yes, I said, he made good boots. I am going to explain, so listen carefully. After returning back, he went to his favorite boot shop again. This time, Mr. Gessler looked more aged. Only a year had passed, but from his face it appeared as though he was covered a journey of a decade. Mr. Gessler failed to recognize the author. The author ordered some boots as usual. One evening he got all his boots. He tried it one by one. This time the boots were better than ever. The author was so happy. He posted a check suddenly with his own hand. After a week, the author went to the shop to thank Mr. Gessler for such a splendid work. But the nameplate was missing from the shop. He went in the shop. He found an Englishman inside. The man informed him that Mr. Gessler had passed away and they have taken up the shop. But the author couldn't believe it. The man further added that Mr. Gessler died of starvation. His business failed because he used to make boots only on orders. He never made any advertisement. He used the best leather and used to make all the boots himself. He used the finest leather and worked hard day and night to complete the orders in time. He made the best boots in London with the finest leather, yet he lost it to competition. He never gave himself time to eat. Everything that he earned went on paying rent for the shop and on buying leathers. The Englishman didn't know how he lived so long. He said that Mr. Gessler had made good boots. The author also agreed it. That's all for today. Thank you.